For years, we have called for serious overhaul of the PRB, and today we are taking a step forward in that process.
Senate Republicans are calling for a number of changes to the Prisoner Review Board. They say it'll bring more accountability and put victims first. Good evening, I'm Brendan Morano. We first told you last week 2 board members stepped down. It came after they voted to approve parole for a man. Police say he stabbed his pregnant ex-girlfriend and killed her son a day after his release. State Capitol reporter Theodora Coulivaris breaks down those changes.
The fatal stabbing of an 11-year-old boy has renewed calls among Senate Republicans to make some major changes to the Prisoner Review Board.
If you can't see the need for reform here, you're just not looking.
2 members of the board resigned after one of them approved the release of Cressetti Brand from Stateville Prison. The day after being released, officials say he stabbed Lateria Smith and killed her son, Jaden Perkins.
Many areas of our criminal justice system failed Ms. Smith and Jaden. But at the end of the day, it was the Governor Pritzker's Prison Review Board that released Cressetti Brand. Despite overwhelming evidence, he was dangerous to this family.
Part of the reforms Senate Republicans want to see would require the board to put out a public written notice within 24 hours when they decide to release someone after a final revocation hearing. That involves cases where someone violated the conditions of their mandatory supervised release. Currently, victims can ask to get notifications about release, but the board isn't required to automatically send them that information.
It is critical a victim knows that someone who could be a danger to them is out of prison.
They're also calling to increase penalties for people who violate an order of protection.
And I think most prosecutors would agree that a simple misdemeanor is not severe enough for someone who's violating such a serious order from the court.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Theodora Coulivaris.
We reached out to Governor Pritzker's office to see if he would support these changes. A spokesperson for the governor said in a statement, quote, much of what was proposed by Senate Republicans is already standard practice at Prisoner Review Board. In addition, Governor Pritzker has already instructed the PRB and Illinois Department of Corrections to conduct a review of current procedures and make any necessary changes in the reporting process for domestic violence cases.